Niger, Ghana, side by side. Football dreams we won't divide.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Ghana Niger Ballers. If you're new here, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Now, we've seen the list Ghana Black Stars squad list Otto Addo brought out for the Unity Cup. We'll be talking about that today. We're talking about players that missed because GFA has released a statement right now to explain why certain players like Mohammed Kudus, Semenyo, and some other players were not called up to the Unity Cup. So we're talking about that today. Subscribe if you haven't and hit that notification bell. Let's jump right into it. The GFA released a statement saying that Mohammed Kudus, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Enes Nyama, Elisha Owusu, and Antoine Semenyo missed out on the Unity Cup squad due to minor injuries, while Thomas Partey and Michael Addo have been given a break by the head coach Otto Addo. Now, I'm actually surprised that it's a minor injury because we know that Enes Nyama had an ACL. Probably they were talking about other players, but Enes Nyama is not a minor injury. He was never in contention for playing. Maybe they just added there. So the details below: Jerome Opoku, Kingsley Schindler, Alexander Juku were not released because the Turkish season hasn't ended. So their clubs refused to release them. Yeah, the respective club refused to release Jerome Opoku, Kingsley Schindler, and Alexander Juku. Then Joseph Pinsu and Osman Bokari were not called up because the MLS is still ongoing and the clubs need them. Jonas Ajete has Swiss Cup final on the 1st of June with Basel, so Otto Addo chose not to call him. Then injuries: Abdul Manaf Nuruddin, Abdul Mumin, Tariq Lamte, Ali Dusedu, Enes Nyama, Daniel Kofitre, Abdul Fattah Isaaku, and Inaki Williams are all injured according to the GFA. Then the minor knocks: Mohammed Kudus, Antoine Semenyo, Elisha Owusu, Ransford Yeboah, Königsdorfer. The minor knocks is actually surprising because these players played over the weekend. Just say you want to rest them. What's the minor injuries for or minor knocks? It's a lie. I don't think all of these players have minor knocks. It's just you just want to give them rest. Just add them as players that the coach have decided to give a rest, because this minor knock story it doesn't make sense. I don't think it makes sense. Then Thomas Partey and Michael Addo have been given a break by the head coach Otto Addo. So those are the players, the updates on players who missed out on the Ghana Black Stars squad list for the Unity Cup, and that is what the GFA released. That's the reason why they couldn't make it into the Unity Cup squad. Then let's talk about what Otto Addo said ahead of the tournament, because they had a press conference today and Otto Addo spoke to the media. He said,
our players on a very, very high level, and we're happy that we are getting this opportunity, and for us it's surely a good contest for the upcoming World Cup qualifying games in September.
These two matches are extremely important for the team, just like the FIFA World Cup qualifiers in September. I believe this is the perfect time to closely observe the players we've been monitoring over the last few months, he said. Then team building is a process that takes time, and it's not something that happens overnight. Therefore, this is a great opportunity to give some of our young players a chance to prove themselves. Our aim is to create competition within the team, which can only be achieved by providing an equal platform for all our success or all our talents to showcase their skills. We are looking beyond individuals and focusing on building a strong team, and that's why I have decided to give many of these young players a chance to play and prove themselves, with the aim of making them a key part of my team going forward. The Unity Cup comes at a crucial time for us, and we want to make the most of it. We are excited to welcome back players who have been absent for months due to various reasons, as well as to integrate new players into the team. Now, that is it. That's what Otto Addo said ahead of the game. It's going to be interesting to see how the game pans out. Ghana will take on Nigeria at the G-Tech Community Stadium in West London on Wednesday, 28th of May, for a slot in the final that will be taking place on Saturday, 31st of May, 2025. So there you have it. Otto Addo, first of all, talked about importance of integrating new players into the team, because we saw the goalkeeper from Ireland, St. Patrick's goalkeeper Joseph Tete Anang is a very promising goalkeeper. He stays in the UK, obviously. That is why he's been called up to add with Benjamin Asare and Lawrence Atizigi. And Atizigi came with his teammates Stefan Ambrosius into the Ghana Black Stars team. You see that Otto Addo is trying to create some connections, some bonding and all that for the team as they prepare for the Unity Cup. He also spoke about the fact that he wants to create some commitment so that players will know themselves, and trying to give the young players the opportunity to prove themselves and give everyone equal platforms. The local players, the international players, the UK players, make sure that all of them have equal opportunity to show what they are worth. And it's actually interesting to see that he has done that perfectly, because a lot of players, most of the players in this current Unity Cup squad list, they're very young players who have a lot to prove, to show to the coach that, see, I'm up for this, I know how to do this, I can actually show you what I can offer. I want to show you what I can offer, and I want to show you how I can help the team. So please give me the opportunity, and I'm sure Addo will give them as many opportunity. That's if they get to the finals. Some players will play the semi-finals, some players will play in the finals and all that. So I'm hoping they get the opportunity to play in the semi-finals and also in the finals. So that is it. Then talking about the injuries, Antoine Semenyo, Mohammed Kudus, Koningsdorfer, and Elisha Owusu, all those players played last week or last 2 weeks. So when I saw that it was minor knocks, the GFA statement said, I know it doesn't make sense. It's either they are giving these players opportunity to calm down, focus, and think about the future, or the summer move. That would make sense. Or just add them that they are part of the Thomas Partey and Mikey Bedu. The coach has decided to give a break. For example, Mikey Bedu has not been playing for his club, the club that got relegated at League One. What's the name again? Mikey Bedu has not been playing for them. So why are you giving him a break? He barely played in the last games for the club. Plymouth, yes, for Plymouth. So why is he giving a break? It doesn't make sense. Thomas Partey, that's understandable. He's played for us now in the Champions League, in the Premier League, and he played in the last game. Yes, it makes sense that you're giving him a break to relax and, probably sort out his contract extension with us now, or sort out the summer move. That makes sense. But saying that Antoine Semenyo, who was perfectly okay, or who is perfectly okay, scored 2 goals for Bournemouth against Leicester City, is suffering a minor, doesn't make sense. Just tell us he's giving them a break. Mohammed Kudus, who came as a sub, he didn't even start for West Ham in their last game. He came as a sub, and you're telling us that he has a minor knock. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Next time they should look for clear excuses. They should tell us something else, because all this doesn't make sense. Then as for Alexander Jiku, Kingsley Schindler, and the guys in the Turkish league, obviously most of the team, they are struggling to get European football, struggling to stay in the league and get the objective before the season ends. The league is still ongoing. The MLS players too, the league is still ongoing. So that makes sense that the club have refused to let them leave. So I think that one, it makes sense. That one I won't argue. It makes sense that those players were not called there, because obviously the club won't let them actually join the Black Star squad for the Unity Cup. Same thing with Osimhen and Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman was involved in their last game yesterday, and there's no way that he will start traveling, and they will have to give him a rest. So that's basically it. That one makes sense, but don't tell me minor knocks. No. So I'd like to know your thoughts. What do you think about what Addo said about giving players the opportunity to get to know each other, give them the opportunity to show what they can offer, and probably get a chance to show what they can do, maybe in more competitive game, because he said that it is crucial that this is coming up ahead of the World Cup qualifiers. He can use this friendly game or friendly tournament to know the players to call up. I would like to know your thoughts about that. What do you think about the players who are also missing? Let me know in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell. Till next time, guys. Goodbye.
Now Ghana side by side, football dreams we won't divide.